Hi everyone, I'm Annabel Diamond, and I'm so grateful to be able to speak to you all today about my plans for next year with your vote for me as executive president. I have spent my last 3 years of high school as a student government officer, listening to all of your ideas, planning events, and participating in almost everything North Broward has to offer. As a freshman, I remember I always looked forward to being a senior in student government and really being able to make meaningful, impactful changes. Looking back, though, I realized that it didn't matter what grade I was in. I was being given the same opportunities to participate as everyone else, and I have had such amazing experiences, especially this year. I have learned so much from my teachers and peers about what it really means to make a difference in our community. The one word I've heard repeated over and over again throughout my high school experience, though, has been spirit. Before COVID, during it, and especially this year when phasing out of it. Why don't we have more spirit? When we come back to school, do you think North Broward's spirit is going to be higher? Everyone is participating in everything this year. The spirit is crazy. Why? None of us realize the opportunities we have to participate and get involved in events until it was truly gone for a while. I can speak for both old and new students when I say that this year was like no other in relation to spirit. Every game was packed with students from every grade, whether it was football, basketball, soccer, or anything else. We were to the point where we organized full fan buses to pack the nest at away games. Our Spirit Week was full of participants every day, leading up to our pep rally, which had tons of participants from every grade. We've had food trucks, fundraisers, lit lakeside, class events, and more. These are just a few things that are all representative of our insane school spirit, and this was just 1 year. Imagine what we can do next year, our first actually normal year back. To our incoming freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, it's up to us to continue setting these precedents that can truly stick with North Broward. I know that I can make meaningful changes next year that the student body is passionate about, whether it's on the topic of Nest, Senate, Forum, Insider, our Going Green initiative, or anything else. I know that with my communication skills, I won't have to work for you. I can work with you. We can do this together. Let's make this 2022 to 2023 school year the best one yet. Don't forget to vote Diamond on April 14th.
Hi, my name is Samantha Cohen. I'm a current junior, and I'm running to be your next executive vice president. As Kanye West once said, we're not always in the position that we want to be at. We're constantly growing, we're constantly making mistakes, we're constantly trying to express ourselves and trying to actualize our dreams. Throughout my campaign, I've received questions that ask how I can actualize students' dreams, and my answer is simple: with the ability to spark leadership, spirit, and communication within the student body. With those three components, we, the students of North Broward, can actualize our dreams and achieve a full school year of success and enjoyment. As Executive Vice President, my main role is to oversee clubs and organizations in school. Personally, I run my own club at North Broward, which has allowed me to see the ins and outs of the club process. I proposed my club idea during my freshman year, and the idea was shot down immediately by previous vice presidents. I didn't let that stop me, so I worked to prove that my club should have status, and I returned sophomore year to pitch the idea again with the work that I endured, and finally, the club was granted status. This experience truly shows that I am eligible to work with club presidents and peers, hoping to achieve club status in the future. I want to provide every student an opportunity to work diligently to raise awareness and change to any organization or club they desire, and not only create change at North Broward, but within our community itself. With spirit at an all-time high this year, another main goal of mine is to maintain the spirit and energy that we all have. Us as a student body was rated the #1 student section in the nation, and my promise is to keep that title during football, basketball, soccer, lacrosse, tennis, golf, dance, volleyball games, art shows, play productions, orchestra, choir, multicultural events, and most importantly, pep rallies. The North Broward teams and programs have achieved full success this year, some being national champions and others making it to state semifinals and regionals. And with that, the energy of the student body will remain at a constant high, not just for us to see, but for the nation to recognize. All of my ideas proposed are easier said than done, so that's why I need you to vote for me to be your next executive vice president, so that next school year I can achieve and follow through on these goals promised, along with projects that are currently underway. My main goal is to make every moment enjoyable for all students and faculty, and in order to do so, please vote for me to be your next executive vice president on April 14th during your first period. Thank you.
My name is Alexis Ash, and I am running to be your executive secretary. I'm currently the communications commissioner for student government. My job entails managing and creating content for @NB.StuGov, writing the NB Insider every week, painting the Spirit Rock, and managing the Eagle Eye boards. Through student government this year, I've helped plan spirit events and weeks, movie night, the sophomore parade float, and the sophomore crumble cookies class fundraiser, just to name a few. Through my experience, I have fostered a passion for student government and a love for North Broward. I would like to become more involved by serving you on the executive board, which has been an aspiration of mine since my first year at North Broward. With my experience and understanding of the responsibilities to be in an executive position, I am confident that I can achieve success as your representative, be a great leader, and implementer of your ideas. Student government and my leadership roles in other clubs have enabled me to attain the skills necessary to excel in this position. Those clubs and honor societies include National Honor Society, Thespians Honor Society, Vice President of Interact Club, Secretary of Book Club, Save Promise Club, Model UN, Spirit Club, Brainwash Newspaper, and Psych Club. I am also involved in fine arts through stage managing NB Productions. For the next school year, here are my goals. I want to fully implement the Spirit Sport Games which had been canceled, hold a second pep rally halfway through the year, increase connectivity through the reformation of the Student Forum, and promote club involvement throughout the year. Most importantly, I want to know how I can serve you. I will be an influential and approachable member on the board, prioritizing student feedback. I am confident that I am the candidate who will be best at representing you. I have a record of success, substantial experience in SG, and I am highly motivated to make your school year amazing as the next executive secretary. Vote Ash in a flash!
Hi everyone, I'm Emily Frost. I'm ranked to be your next executive secretary. These past 2 years of ours in high school have been filled with more uncertainty than ever before. Most of this has a downside, but I try to look at it in a different way. Yes, we've all missed out a lot due to the pandemic, but we've learned how to adapt and reevaluate like never before. Coming into this year as my first normal year of high school, I was a little bit nervous. I had no idea what to expect. I'd never experienced a real high school pep rally, football game, homecoming, nothing. But what I can say now is that I truly understand why everyone looks forward to high school. The freedom, the excitement, the opportunities, all endless. Being executive secretary would only allow me to expand that experience to the entire school. Incoming freshmen and sophomores, I only hope that you get to experience what I've been lucky enough to. And incoming juniors and seniors, I hope that you'll allow me to continue my work I've done with all areas of student government to make these last years of high school count the most. Going into our first truly normal year of high school in a long time, I want to see a few things. More spirit, more communication, and more involvement. I plan to implement a new weekly announcement system and more ways to represent the less represented athletics and fine arts groups on campus. I aim to be the bridge between the student government, the student senate, and the student body. I've held 2 student elected positions throughout high school, those being freshman class vice president and a sophomore student senator. These positions have allowed me to see what students hope to get out of their high school experience from 2 completely different lenses. Aside from those positions, I'm the head of the marketing committee for the Coconut Creek Team Political Forum, so I do know how to effectively market events, so I know that I can and will keep my promises. I'm an active member of many clubs and honor societies, and I'm involved with many different departments like fine arts, athletics, academics, and more. With all of that said, remember to vote for Emily Frost for your executive secretary. Thanks for your time.
Good morning, fellow students and excellent educators in our community. My name is Kareem, and I'm running for the Executive Secretary position of Student Government. I'll keep this quick, as I'm sure you're ready to discuss prominent topics in our next class. I came to North Broward last year. I am currently a junior who was intrigued by the role us students can take to both thrive in academics and in our own community. As a person, I'm deeply devoted to debates, democracy, leadership, and the complex yet simple and exciting task of solving issues that are current in our student society. Now you might be saying to yourselves, should Kareem really be the executive secretary? After all, he has only been in North Broward for only 2 years. It is true that I am fairly new to this awesome community, but when you think about it, there is actually a benefit in choosing someone who is coming to the board with new ideas. While I was living in my prior country, Turkey, I learned the many ways and importance of leading people. Having the benefit that my great-grandfather was the president, my mother a senator, and my great-uncle the Secretary of Defense, I've been involved with many fundraising and social groups, tackling and innovating the system that brings us so much values. I believe that we have a great group of people in our community who are eager to thrive in different aspects of life. and it would be my honor to guide you, the board, and any student who needs help. I would love to bring my own share of experience to the student government to reach the zenith of success. If you vote for me as your executive secretary for the next year, I promise to always get your opinions before making any decision. You should have a say in the actions that will affect you. Executive secretary role is obviously a challenging task, but what's life without a challenge? Vote for Kareem and you will reach your dream. Thank you.
Hello students, my name is Dylan Fetterman, and I am running to be your executive treasurer. I currently serve as a sophomore class president, and I've had the opportunity to assist with planning out homecoming, organizing and designing the sophomore float, and leading successful fundraisers like last week's Crumble fundraiser. The executive treasurer is in charge of budgeting and overseeing the proper use of funds. Through my involvement in other extracurricular activities and clubs such as DECA and Key Club, I've gained first-hand experience in managing and supporting finances. Having been involved in student government for many years, I understand how student government works and ways we can improve it. My ultimate goal is to represent you and increase student representation to ensure all members of the MBPS community are able to have a voice in student government and voice their perspective. Next year, I want to work on growing our involvement with other nonprofit organizations to support the community and budget in additional fundraisers to allow for a ton of new events. This year was our first year back where we were all on campus, and the increase of school spirit and students wanting to get involved was amazing. I hope to continue that enthusiasm into next school year and continue growing our school spirit. I am qualified, organized, and will get the job done. Make sure to vote DFET for exec on April 14th. Thank you so much.